Young man, let's see him now. Mr. Misha Han.
Hi guys. Hi. So my name is Misha. If you guys know this, Misha is a Russian name. Yep. And I am not Russian. I was given my name because I was conceived during the Cold War, and my parents were pessimists. To the surprise of everybody, I actually enjoy watching football. But I like watching football for the wrong reasons. I like watching football because I like watching jocks get concussions. Because that is the only time I'll see an Asian dude on the football field. The doctor checking the pulse. You guys heard about this, but football players and actually athletes in general have been complaining that they feel like they're treated like slaves. You guys hear about the athletes feel like they're treated like slaves? And I know they don't know a lot about history. Because I did their homework for them. But like athletes and slaves had very different lives. And I know this because there was no Michael Jordan of slavery. You know, somebody that loved the game so much he came back twice. And then became a slave owner. And then starred in a movie with Bugs Bunny. Guys, there was no Slave Jam. I was in a doctor's office last summer because when you can't afford air conditioning, you get creative. I was in a doctor's office and I saw this dad scolding his 4-year-old son because his son was crying. And then I was like, hey kid, stop crying, stop acting like a girl. I wanted to speak up, say something about gender roles, be like, hey, you should codify behavior like that. If your risk to be emotionally repressed, it might make it difficult for him to be in relationships later on in life. I did not say that though, because I look like this. And he was built like a guy that scolds his son for acting like a girl. Like he wasn't Boston strong, but he was strong and from Boston. You know, the type of dude that calls craft beers IP gays. The type of dude that names his muscles. This guy's temperance. This guy's Ripley's. Believe it or not, these are real. Like that. So when I saw that, I was like, I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to fight with him. What happened is I saw something and did nothing. I felt like a camera operator for Honey Boo Boo. And we should say something, right? It's too much fun, though. As I'm not a manly dude, I realized that. I know this because I'm not very good at growing facial hair. Like, this is my playoff beard. I'm actually better at growing hair on my ass than on my face. Like, I can't grow a beard, but I have a very impressive mustache. It's more like a goatee. I'm actually lying to people and telling them that I shave my arms because it's less embarrassing than admitting that I lack the testosterone to grow hair on my chest. Like, I have the body hair of a Ken doll, and then the face of the guy that made it. It's weird that I can't grow facial hair, and what was hard about that is that it made it very difficult for me to get into bars underage because, being 21 and Asian was a lot harder for me than I thought it would be. Because, based on the stereotype, you'd expect that, all Asians look alike. But I had a very hard time finding anybody that had an ID like mine. I actually asked one of my white friends, like, hey man, do you know anybody that looks like me? And he goes, Is this a trap? Look, man, I voted for Obama. It's true, I had a hard time being, until I turned 21. And what happened was, after I turned 21, it's made it so that I have no taste when it comes to bars. If that makes sense. Somebody asked me what my least favorite bar was, and I was like, none of them. Because they serve me. Asking a guy that just started legally drinking what his least favorite bar is like asking a guy that just started having sex what his least favorite position is. Because it's like, you don't understand. They let me in here. Yeah, the carpet's a little sticky. That's what you get when you pay with a Groupon. Too much fun. I'll tell you guys about this. So, I have a little brother. His name is Sasha, and he's kind of a sociopath. I don't say that out of nowhere. I say that because growing up in the house, he pretended to have Asperger's. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever had a family member fake having autism before. But I have some advice for you. Don't be the first person to suggest that he might be faking it. Because you will look like an asshole and ruin Thanksgiving. Like, that's Grandma's job, not yours. Just pass the potatoes. Also, that is a move so socially awkward that your parents will think you have Asperger's. And you're no longer invited to Thanksgiving. That's true, he really did fake having Asperger's. Yeah, it's crazy. And the thing is, it really affected his life, as you might imagine. He applied to like Stanford, Harvard, MIT, and he didn't get in because they said his personality was too off-putting. Guys, he was that socially awkward. That's pretty impressive though, being too awkward to get into MIT. That's like being too tall to play basketball, too fat to ride a freight elevator, too black to be arrested. Profiling. That's not me. I'm not a police officer. Surprise! So you guys know this. So I had a bigger roommate my freshman year of college. Some people called him fat. I called him fat. And you make fun of me for being Asian, which is fine, because I'll make fun of me for being Asian. But when I made fun of him for being fat, people were like, whoa, you can't do that. He can't help being fat. And it's like, I don't think you understand how being Asian works. I did not choose this. This was my safety race. Nobody ever wishes that they're Chinese. Unless they're North Korean. You guys know this before I get out of here. I've dated multiple women. That's not the joke. I've dated multiple women that have wanted to be dominated in bed. Right? Dominated in bed. And it's like, right? With this physique, dominate someone in bed. Like, I can fulfill some fantasies, but they have to be very specific and niche. Like, if you want to hook up with a dude that looks like he rides bitch on a moped, you want to hook up with a dude that looks like he beta tested Google Glass? You want to hook up with a dude that looks like he's given a TED Talk? I have a solution for you. My name is Misha Han. Thank you guys very much.
discovered Misha was I was driving my moped one day.